Hi guys, welcome back to This Budget Life. Why am I in my car again, you may ask? Well, I have 5 children, and I will tell you that this is one of the few places that I can actually get some peace and quiet to do any kind of taping, and it actually has fairly decent lighting most of the time. So I wanted to do a quick July wrap up and let you know what my goals for August are. I think this is more for me than it is for you, in the sense that I want to have more structure in my life. It's one of the reasons why I got my Erin Condren planner. And so I am making some very specific goals for August. I am nervous about August. We are starting our homeschooling journey August 1st, which is a Monday, and I am mildly terrified about it. So anyway, for the July wrap up, just some things that we were really good about our budget. We stayed on budget except for the grocery budget, which you saw in my last haul video. We did go a little over. However, I never know what I'm going to find at Costco, and I'm not going to be back up there for probably another 8 weeks, and it didn't make sense to me to just not get stuff that I knew we would use and need and spend more money on it later, just to say that I stayed within, $50 of my grocery budget for 1 month. It wasn't that big a deal. So we did really good with our budget with that. We also paid off another credit card in our debt snowball, and I'm sorry if this air conditioning is too noisy. Let me see. Let's turn it down. All right. We paid off another credit card. It had to do with a line of credit that we opened to put the air conditioning units in our home. We have 2 air conditioning units, and so that got paid off this month, and that was really exciting. We won't be rolling that over into August and rolling that into another payment, because we are pausing our debt snowball for the month of August in an effort to trim our budget even more. This is also part of the No Spend August collab that I'm doing. So we have put the pause on extra payments for the debt snowball as well as medical bills and cut that down. But it was still exciting to have one more thing out of the way. Also for July, tomorrow I am going to be getting our homeschool schedule written down in my homeschool planner book, and doing a webinar for the Switched On Schoolhouse, which is the curriculum that we're using to try to get more familiar with it. And we're going to start installing everything onto the computers for the children. And we did not buy any computers. We had thought about buying computers, but it just really wasn't in the budget. And so what we're doing is taking a couple of PC systems that we use in our business that we don't use that often. It'll be a little less convenient at work, but we will actually bring them home, wipe off what we need to, and each of the kids will have a PC to use for school. They're really excited, or at least they were until I told them that only one of those computers will have internet access. It's hard enough to monitor kids on 1 computer, let alone 3, so we're going to just have the 1 connected. The electric bill was kind of exciting this month. As you may have known, we have been trying really hard to cut our electric usage through hanging laundry out on the line, keeping our AC up, as well as keeping all the lights off, and keeping our showers short, just different things to help us keep that part of our expenses low. However, our electric bill this month was still $517 for a 3,500 square foot house. And what I found out was that even though we used almost 1,000 kilowatt hours less this month than we did last August, there was an extra charge on my bill that I wasn't aware of. So our electric company charges 10 cents per kilowatt hour as a flat fee. But the place where they get the power from, Santee Cooper, charges 5 cents additional on top of that as a fuel charge. And they charge this to the smaller stations for the small towns that they send electricity to, they send power to. So I'm paying actually 15 cents per kilowatt hour. Now this charge by Santee Cooper can go up and it can go down. It's probably not going to go down next month because it's still going to be hot here in the south. Usually it's pretty hot straight through September, sometimes even into October, till around late October. The manager at Edisto, which is our electric company, said that he's seen them charge as high as 9 cents additional per kilowatt hour, which would basically almost double my bill. So that was really infuriating and really discouraging. However, we did find out that if we hadn't done the things that we did the last month, our electric bill probably this summer would have been close to, if not right at, $700. So it was higher than I expected it to be, but that's better than $700. It makes a person want to go Amish. I kid you not. All right, and another thing we accomplished in July is we had 2 freezers in our garage, and we have been working really hard to eat things out of our pantry and eat things out of our freezer, and we emptied out one of the freezers and unplugged it, so that's going to help with electricity. And we condensed everything down to 1 freezer, and so that was something else that we accomplished. I was really happy about that. All right, August goals. My August goals, the first one honestly is to get the homeschool schedule up and running smoothly. I'm not going to worry about too much else until that's done. I'm a little nervous about it, but I think it's probably just me being me and blowing this up way bigger than it needs to be. It's probably going to be fine. I'd also like to lose 5 pounds. You know, the summer picnics and eating out and treats and all of that stuff has kind of stuck up on me. And so I'd like to make myself a reasonable goal and try to lose 5 pounds through healthy eating, using my essential oils, etc. I want to stick to my no-spend budget. It's going to be hard. We chopped $1,200 out of our budget from July to August. And so this is going to be a real test of our skills and our commitment and determination to do this. Ideally, if it works well, we will probably stick with this budget through the end of the year. I don't know what's going to happen in January, but we're going to try to stick with it if it works okay through the end of the year. So I'm crossing my fingers and staying determined. I'd also like in August to clean our attic out. I'd like to have 2 more yard sales before cold weather hits, and we have a lot of stuff up in our attic that we haven't touched, haven't used, and could make some money out of. So I've got enough stuff without the attic to do another yard sale already put aside, but the attic is really the main part. And so my goal is at some point, even if it's just a few hours here, that by the end of the month we have gotten the attic cleaned out. I also want to start planning my fall capsule wardrobe. I have really enjoyed the capsule wardrobe for summer, but I want to try to start looking at what the colors are going to be for this fall, look at what I've already got, try it on, see if it still looks good, if it's something I still like, and start planning that so that I can budget that into the change of seasons. I have actually already started getting some of the children's clothes purchased that they're going to need for the fall and set aside. My older daughter I haven't done so much with. My older son has enough to get him through the fall, with the exception of maybe a pair or 2 of jeans. And I've started with the 3 younger ones. For my fall capsule wardrobe, I'm not sure what colors I'm going to go with. I don't always look the greatest in fall colors. I have to pick those carefully to make sure that they still look nice with my skin color. And that flows right into my next goal, which is I'm going to be changing my hair color. I change my hair color every couple of years. I have been a combination of red and blonde, which you can kind of see there's a little bit down here, for quite a while, for a couple of years now. But my husband prefers blonde. As they say, gentlemen prefer blondes. At least, you know, my husband does. My gentleman. And so I'm going to be starting to go back to blonde. Now this may take more than 1 session because red is a hard color to transition out of. I love red. I think I look good as red, but I also like blonde too. And I tend to do things the opposite of everybody else. So when everybody goes blonde in the summer, I'm going to be the redhead. And when everybody goes red and brown in the fall, I will be blonde. So I'm going to do that first before I make any purchases with my fall capsule wardrobe, so I can, have them up against my current hair color. And so I'm excited about that. I haven't decided for sure on the shade of blonde, but I think it's going to be more an ash type blonde versus a gold blonde, which I have been in the past. And my final goal for August is to try 5 new recipes. When you're meal planning, it is really easy to get stuck in a boring rut. I want to try 5 new recipes. I want them to be inexpensive recipes, and they have to be able to feed a large family. There are 7 of us, and we have 2 teenagers, so a recipe that serves 8 doesn't work. It has to be able to serve at least 10 because they're gonna want seconds. And I also like to make big enough servings to put things aside in the fridge for the next day. So if you have favorite budget friendly, big family friendly recipes, put them down below. Like I said, I want to try at least 5 new recipes this month to work into our meal plan. And so that is our July wrap up. Those are my August goals. I'm sorry this has been a bit rambly. I'm getting ready to go to my first essential oils class, and I wanted to do this for a few minutes since I'd already gotten like my hair and makeup done. I thought, well, why waste it? We'll go ahead and do that video. So anyway, trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. I don't think so. I'm gonna go to my class. I don't know if I'll post a video of it or not, but I'm gonna go to my class. I will see you guys later. Have a great week, and watch for videos on August 1st, which is our 1-year budgeting anniversary. I'll see you later.